Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
Our channel.
My channel.
Are you pulling up questions?
Yeah, I'm pulling up when I asked everyone about the engagement
How long
question.
ago was that?
Like a month ago, 2 months ago.
About 2 months ago.
We originally filmed
the
Q&A a week after we actually put out the questions box on Instagram. We filmed it, and then the audio, I was using a microphone and the audio just dropped out, so you couldn't even hear what we were saying. We were just sitting there blabbering on, but you couldn't hear anything. So we're just gonna go through and answer what you guys have asked about the engagement. We might even put up the little recap clip.
Oh,
what are you smiling about?
Of us getting engaged.
Yeah.
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 The recap clip. If you guys missed it, here's what happened.
Just be careful.
Drew.
Steve, rotate a little bit. Yeah.
Street that way because this has like
Rotate.
flares. I feel like.
Is it flares? It's not that bad. I like it. How do you think it's better this way or the other way? I like the sun, but.
What?
So I know we have been waiting a long time to do this, but I feel like this is the best place. So, will you marry me? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Tried to be sneaky. Do you like it?
Oh my God.
What?
Nothing. I just. Oh my God.
Looks so pretty on you. Look at it.
It's gorgeous.
Did you say yes?
It's like the heat on my skin takes me back to the time met you on a Friday, halfway out at the door of the club, playing soul on the weekends, stayed in bed till Wednesday, fell in love with you right there and then. I was young, couldn't see
Pretty special times.
Let's get started. Do you want to pick or do you want me to pick?
Let's go together. That's teamwork.
Okay,
This is complimentary.
I'm just going to scroll and stop. Did you have any idea the engagement was coming on the trip? I kind of did have an idea that it was
You
going
did?
to happen sometime
On
this
that trip?
On this trip, not that trip, not specifically Greece, but
Right.
just while we were here, because
did.
we were talking about it for a while. And the last time that we saw each other, when we left each other, it was so sad. It was like one of those times where it was like, oh, like that is my person. Then when we came back, it was kind of like, and we had spoken about it. We had spoken about getting engaged.
Yeah, it's true.
I had no idea when, how, what.
But did you
I
wonder
didn't
if I
know
had a
any
ring
details.
with me?
No, and I did search your bags, and I didn't find anything.
You did search my
Yeah.
bags?
You won't mind if I search your bike now, will you?
Go ahead. You won't find
And it blows my mind.
Wait, I thought you said you didn't search
No,
my
I
bags.
searched your bags. And I didn't find anything. And I don't know how.
Are you able to go back to the U.S. with Steve now that you're engaged? Great question, because we're in Mexico, so that answer is a no.
5 months later.
Yeah, we're 5 months. We applied for K1 visa April. Is it April? March? April?
Hobbs.
You hear that dog drinking?
He does not know when to stop. He has
And
no
he will drink
idea.
until he throws up.
It's true. And it makes me so mad because
We're here in Mexico. We went, let's count the places. We started off, we met in Dubai April 5th. Then we were in Dubai for a month basically, and we went to the Maldives for 2 weeks. To Greece.
for 3 weeks. Hold up.
Then we went to England for 2 months.
Yeah.
And during that 2 months, we actually went to Spain for 6 days.
Yeah.
And now we're in Mexico, where we've been here for some few weeks now, and we're going to be here for a while. So basically, we're just waiting for that K1 visa to come through.
So no, it doesn't help us.
I don't know.
Our engagement doesn't help us at all.
Nothing does.
Were you nervous when you realized he was asking you to marry him? I was more nervous for him falling off. I say this every time, but Steve has a fear of heights. And
I don't like heights.
For him to be up there already, I was like, wow, he's really
Up
daring.
where? Tell me where it was.
Up on top of a little
Church thing. So
on
it's on a
a
hillside.
mountain. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, when I turned around, you can tell because in the video, Steve says something or like pulls my arm and I'm like, what?
What?
And I turn around and then I realize I'm like, oh my gosh, what the hell?
First off, too, like I kind of set it up like, hey, let's go get some sunset pictures. Every night we would take pictures at sunset with Al, just because
It's our job.
great sunsets, yeah. And Greece had great sunsets, but this one was a special one, obviously. Al and I.
It was actually one of the most beautiful ones too, because we were
was
right
nice.
in that spot. That spot was so perfect. Like looking back at the photos and the videos,
Yeah.
the sun literally sets on the water in between the islands.
It was so pretty, but Morgan like wasn't having it. She didn't want to get pictures together. She kind of was like being a little bit of a diva then.
I was that was diva night.
Like she didn't want to get on the roof. I was like, I can't get engaged if I couldn't get on the roof. So
I
finally
was
she got
asking
on.
Al to get some individual photos
She's like,
of
I
me
don't want
dressed
photos
up.
with Steve.
No, excuse you. You said that to me the other day.
What?
Your feed's gotten too coupley, so you need some individuals.
Yeah, but your feed's never been too couple.
No, it was in Greece.
Ah!
So I wanted some photos like walking with my dress on, and this guy in the background kept getting in the photos and he wouldn't move, and I was he clearly knows that we're taking photos. It's a little bit rude.
How rude!
Like not just to kind of be like, oh, step out of the way, which is what I would do if I was in someone else's photos. Anyway, later turned around that he was actually there to film and photograph our engagement.
Which we still don't have any pictures or videos from that guy.
Shout out to that guy. Anyway, you're up.
Oh, that's a good one.
It is a good one.
For Steve, how's this relationship different to your previous serious relationship?
Hold on, sorry, 1 second. I need to cut in. Do you guys remember the Q&A that we did like a year and a half ago? And I asked Steve, am I the one? And he was like, I'm not going to say that. Look at me now, bitches. Look at me now, hey?
You love it. How is this different? I think our relationship, one of those, they say when you know, you just know. And I think even though we aren't we're not perfect people, I feel like our relationship is as good as it gets in terms of like, you always have to work at a relationship, but we mesh well. You just feel comfortable. There's like this, like, unspoken peace that like, even though like I had a bad dream last night that Morgan was twerking and like I wake up and we laugh about it. I just think there's so much openness and
You
like
need to explain
you
on
can
that
really
because you saying that you had a nightmare that I was just twerking, like some people just do that.
No, you had a nightmare. I had a nightmare that you were twerking
And
and
a
like
guy
some guy was like
smacking my bum
smacking
with
your
a
bum
racket.
with a paddleball racket.
Pickleball.
And so it was I was like, I woke up, I was a little bit jaded, but then we laughed about it. It was hilarious. And so I think it's because Morgan twerks on Instagram. I'm kidding. So yeah, I would just say how comfortable we are with each other. It's one of those things. Again, we fight, we get mad at each other, but we both get over it so quickly, and it's just one of those things that like before in other relationships there was never like this wholehearted like, yes, I would like this. I know this deep down inside that like this is right, and I would say with this I do. So okay, do I pick one for you?
Thoughts on taking breaks in a relationship?
We were on a break!
I have
I
my
think this is
opinion
like
on
your
that.
relationship questions as
That's
well.
okay.
I think
That's
I opened
on-
it up.
so-
You can touch on it after,
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure you had a relationship breaks, right?
Yeah.
I've never had a relationship break. I just think you're either in it or you're not. And I think if you need a break from your relationship, then that's kind of a sign as to why you're feeling that way. Why do you feel like time by yourself would allow you to do that?
Yeah, I'll say it might not necessarily always mean the relationship isn't supposed to work out, but it could be like someone's just not at a correct place in their life either.
Yeah, which is totally fine, but
Yeah.
maybe that's a learning curve and you separate. Like, personally, I don't know of anyone that's taken breaks and then it's worked out for them long term.
I do. Everyone is going to have stories of people that they know that did break up. I think there's timing in individuals' life. Sometimes it's not the right time to get serious, but I think a lot of times, to your point, people break up and get back together, break up and get back together,
People
break up.
almost
and
do it
get-
in a petty way. I just think when people break up and have a break, there's always one person that wants it more than the other. So it ends up I'm getting nasty.
Right. I will definitely say if you have a trend in your relationship of multiple breakups and getting back together, that's
That's
probably
just toxic.
Yeah, toxic.
Yeah.
Right?
How will the relationship work moving forward with living arrangements, etc.?
Well, we're not going to go to Australia anytime soon because I can't get in. But once Morgan can get into the U.S.
I can't get into the US either, so we're settling
Do you
down.
think you'll be able to get into the
Mexico.
U.S. before I can get into Australia?
Yeah, well, yeah, we're just waiting on the.
Yeah. So, but long-term plans, I think we'll be in the U.S. for a while and then Australia. But we travel so much, obviously, that we'll go to Australia every year for a couple months and then do the same, vice versa. Live in Australia and then come to the U.S. for a couple months and just figure out where we are meant to be long-term. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Are you moving in together or do you already live together? We don't have a house.
Neither of us have a house. We barely have a home.
Wait, what? Explain that.
Where's our home?
How can we barely have a home? You either do or you don't, right?
Well, let's say this.
Yeah.
If you had a house in St. George,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a home.
No. That's why I sold my house, because it wasn't,
It wasn't
our
a home.
home.
Exactly.
Aww.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you and Steve waiting to be married to have sex? Is Steve Mormon?
Steve was Mormon.
This is such a good topic here.
Steve was Mormon.
I was Mormon for, I was actually baptized at 19. My family, my mom is, half my side of my family is LDS. Half my side is not. I was actually baptized at 19. Married. I was married at 21. Divorced at 23, I think.
I never thought I would be marrying
A divorcee.
A divorcee.
But come on, let's be honest. Like in Utah and Idaho, Mormon culture, you get married young.
Yeah.
It was basically a relationship. We didn't have kids or anything. It was, yeah. But, so I got divorced like
You know
23,
what? It'd be so
24.
hard to know whether it was the real thing or not at that age, and there's so many people around you doing the same thing.
For sure.
Like when everyone else is getting married because they've been dating for 2+ years,
Yeah.
you would feel like it was your turn, like you would feel like this relationship's good, it's been good for the past 2 years, like this is what I'm meant to feel. Next stage of my life is to have kids or get married, do this, buy a home.
Right. We're not going to talk about our sex life. Some things are to be kept private, but it's awesome. Can I say that?
What?
But it's awesome. Where were you? Were you watching the person walking back?
We have a gardener out there and he walked by, so I was
You got distracted?
kind of distracted.
Freaking Morgan's got a wandering eye. Hobbs, do you want to come here?
Tell us about your ring, it's dreamy.
Oh,
Explain
is
it. Do you know what everything is?
It's a single gold band with an oval cut, and we won't go into the 4Cs cuts. You can actually watch my YouTube video too, where I go up and
I'll link it.
when I go ring shopping. Jay Brooks up in Salt Lake.
So beautiful.
They did a great job.
Such a great job.
Really happy with the way it turned out.
It's 8 claws.
What?
8 claws.
Oh, the gold part holding
It's like
it.
a double claw. Yeah, it holds, and then it's got the diamonds. You did such a good job.
I really had good help.
What style of wedding do you want?
What's that wedding do you want?
So I have a very vivid idea of what I want our wedding to look like.
Which I was actually surprised. You said you wanted to get married in a church.
Yeah,
And I really like that.
but it just can't be a Catholic church because you're not Catholic.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how it works.
I don't know either.
I would just say I'm non-denominational Christian,
Yeah.
and you're just Australian.
Yeah, that was baptized in the Catholic Church.
But you haven't been to a Catholic church in a minute, right?
Yeah, since high school.
So we do have a location that we don't.
No, we're not going to say it because we're going to do future videos on that stuff.
Oh, more content.
But we have a place that we've found. It is in Hawaii. We want to get married in Hawaii. So that's like a staple because we know that it's somewhat in the middle for both my family and Steve's family. Date is pending because we obviously need to wait until people can enter.
Leave their countries.
Leave and enter the country without having to do 14-day hotel lockdown quarantines.
Australians.
And it's like 9-10 hour flight from Brisbane where I am, my family is, and then it's about a 6-hour flight from where you and your family are.
All up from Idaho, the layover and stuff would be about 8.
So it's somewhat doable for both. It's somewhere in the middle. Anyway, so yeah, we've got that. I have an idea of what dress I want. I've already been in contact with the company. Funnily enough, I had this dream dress company that I've known of for years and years and years. And once we got engaged, they reached out to me and asked me if I'd want to work with them or not. So they're looking after me and my bridesmaids' dresses
Oh, bridesmaids weekends to Nashville to try on our dresses and have a girls' week.
Yeah, I want to bring all of
Yeah,
my
where are you guys
bridesmaids.
gonna have a hens party at?
That's why we were thinking Nashville.
Are you gonna go to Nashville?
Yeah, I think we're going to do Nashville.
I think I'm gonna do Palm Springs with the boys and just golf.
Oh, that's cool. That sounds like you. That's about all we've got planned for now. I have a Pinterest board that I love. I can't share it with Steve because my dress ideas are on there.
Really?
But I have shown him like the colours of the bridesmaid dresses that I like, the flower arrangements for the aisle. There's
All the
and
important
ideas. I found this like. What are you saying?
What?
What are you saying?
What?
I will get so cranky.
I'm so glad that you like. Those are things that I just want you to decide.
Yeah, I
Because,
love that.
Like, so I said I don't care.
Oh, is that what you said?
I do care about where it's at and like the colors. I have a very specific cake that I want.
No, you don't.
I don't.
We also want to do something where both of our grandmas passed last year. Both of our. It was so weird that happened.
Were they both in 2020?
Yeah.
Word.
Mine was in
Oh, no, mine
2019,
was-
yours was
I was
later,
barely
wasn't it?
2021.
We want to have a little setup where there's a beautiful photo of them and there's a seat reserved for them and no one can sit there. I really want to do that. I love the idea of that. It's in memory of this person because our grandmas were very special to us.
Well,
So
I'll have to do that for my grandpa too. And here's my thing. I kind of want Morgan to walk down the aisle to the traditional song that then changes. There's a girl we follow on TikTok, that makes the coolest.
I
Like,
don't know if you guys
mashups.
have seen it, but she does like the dun 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 dun, like she does.
Wait, what was that?
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun. You're
Shake that ass like mom. Yeah, like
see, that's what I'm talking about.
It turns into really beautiful songs and like acoustic versions on the piano. It's on the piano.
Good.
It was really fun. We literally, the night before Steve went back to the US.
Yeah, I went back to the US to pick up.
We stayed up for
Way
a
too
while.
late.
Yeah, way too late, listening to every song that she's ever created and trying to guess what song she turned it into. Who was interested first? We
We'll
were
say
both
the same.
interested.
Yeah, we'll say the same. I thought she was too young for me.
I was.
So there was a good question, and we have gotten asked this. When is the baby coming? Right there. Well, we got 2 babies right now. We got this little baby.
He is a
and,
baby. Look how he's sitting. What kind of dog sits like that?
and then we also have Morgan's baby, Lulu. And Lulu's gonna get so much love. I can't wait for them to meet. It's gonna be interesting. You know what I think we should have at our wedding? Pops can be the roasted pig. At the wedding. We get married in Hawaii.
Look at his head. He's like, oh, Dad always does this.
We're getting married.
Always shows his friends.
Are you aching for some bacon?
Will you change your last name? Yes, I
Yes, I
will.
will. I'm not. Stephen Maroney.
Look, as much as I don't like how chunky my name sounds when it's Morgan Rose Cook,
I think you're just used
I'm
to hearing
changing
it.
it.
So many people love that. Morgan Rose Cook.
guys,
Morgan Rose Maroney. Eminem sounds good.
Morgan Rose.
You're my little Eminem.
Yeah!
Wait,
I'm so
did
glad
your
you
other
already figured that out.
Have your other boyfriends said that already?
No, but my other friends have.
Eminem?
Yeah. Yeah, no, Morgan Rose Maroney flows off the tongue. It's more.
Morgan Rose Maroney. Yeah, it does actually.
Okay, let's do 2 more. What are your opinion on each other's biggest flaws?
Morgan's biggest flaw is she's a little bit selfish.
Stubborn as well. I'm stubborn.
Stubborn,
and
selfish. Eminem,
They work it.
SNS. SNS.
Okay, explain how I'm selfish. I like using my water bottles.
Yeah, she doesn't like
I
sharing.
don't like sharing.
Like she's independent, she's a go-getter, but she's kind of sometimes just focused on. And I guess
Sometimes
I
I'm narrow-minded in my ways. I am. I'm like narrow-minded. Like I'm like, oh, just gotta look after this. Like,
But I think what's my biggest?
oh, exactly the same.
Yes. I think for me, I can be neither one of us like being wrong. I really am bad I love debating, and Morgan
Oh, does my head in.
does her head in. So I grew up in seven kids, and I debate everything. Even if I agree with you, sometimes I debate. So probably need to work on that.
It's true. If you bring up something and he's on your side, you know he's on your side. So you're like, yeah, he's just going to agree with me. That's fine. He's like, well, have you ever thought about the other side? Like, this is, yeah, I know you're understanding this, but this and this. And I'm just sitting there like,
I think my dad's like that, and I get that from him as well. And then,
definitely.
what would you say?
Good old Norm.
What else do I need to work on?
Yeah, he's a little bit condescending sometimes.
I can be condescending.
Like
Jim Halpert from The Office.
Yeah,
condescending. Like it's funny, but
It's like borderline like sarcastic,
Yeah.
but then you're also like, it's kind of rude.
Like you're kind of a dick.
Yeah.
I've been told I've been condescending in the past, but
don't got the
I kind of see
I
it.
just don't get to do anything about
I kind
it.
of see it. No, it's just a level of humor that I think, I should work on.
If you guys had to pick one moment where you knew you guys wanted to get engaged, get married, what would it be?
Probably when you left for Australia the first time, in the airport. I was like, oh, we're gonna
The
get.
first time, that was the last time you mean.
When you left for Australia the last time.
Yeah. So when we did our 4 weeks in like the first lockdown, when COVID only just started, and I was returning back to Australia from
We were
spending
together,
4 months
yeah.
in the US together, like every day in the US together.
Just like we are on the road, but just me, you, and Hobbs.
A lot of cries, a lot of tears.
But that was when I was like, oh, next time I see her, I'm not gonna let her go. I'm gonna throw a ring on her hand and a reel on her hand and one of those backpacks that Asian kids have so their parents
The
don't
teddy
lose
bear
them. This is so nice. When will the wedding be? So happy. You guys, congrats. People were so nice to us.
People were. It was actually crazy because it's like, obviously, and I actually posted this last night, but when we first started dating, I'd just come out of a relationship. Steve had just come out of a relationship, somewhat. Weren't really like, obviously planning on anything becoming what it was, but when we first hung out properly,
Some
in
other
Lake
people
Powell-
saw it, yeah.
Yeah, other people saw it way before we did, but I guess that just shows you the chemistry people have. Went to Lake Powell, did like a trip for a couple of weeks. He invited me over to the US just to kind of hang out and spend some time together. And I mean, within the first week, we were like, yeah, we're dating. We were
Yeah,
in
we're
it.
dating.
Yeah, we're dating. You're my boyfriend. But we kind of kept it on the DL for a while. Steve kept it on the DL a little bit more than I did.
I did?
Yeah.
I have no recollection of that.
You always say this. Anyway, yeah, the support was crazy. It was actually insane. My family was my dad specifically was so anal about not posting on social media before I told everyone. So we waited a couple of days so I could call everyone in my
engagement,
family. Yeah, with the engagement.
I had to call our dad at 4 in the morning. I snuck out of our room and
You know
sent her
what?
and
That
almost fell off a cliff.
day he was in contact with like, I guess everyone in my family. I was like, you
Oh, yeah.
are sketch. Like you're getting up to shit and I'm
Yeah.
not enjoying it.
Yeah.
He's like, just trust me. I'm like, no, it's rude and I don't like it.
Have I ever been sketchy on my phone?
No, which is
No.
exactly why I was like, what in the world?
So you should just always trust me.
So, yeah, I had to call, we called everyone up, FaceTime them.
Everyone was so happy. But yeah, so now we're just kind of like out here doing our thing with COVID until we can see your family. Your parents haven't even seen the ring. My family hasn't seen you. My family's seen the ring because they saw it before you. But,
Really?
well, some of them, yeah.
Yeah, Michelle and that.
The Orrs did too. So. What?
Did they love it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did.
I love it. What are you and Steve's moon signs? So
I don't do the moon sign thing.
you got a rising and a moon.
I don't. Do you know?
Yeah, I know mine.
We're both, let's talk about this. We're both Sagittarius, year of the rat.
We're both year of the rat. Year of the rat, like the rat years come around every 12 years because there's 12 different Chinese horoscopes. So
you do the
for
math.
each year,
12 years
yeah,
apart.
so we're 12 years apart. But still,
Still.
the chances of us being Sagittarius and year of the rat,
What are the chances of that?
what are you, a wood rat? I'm a fire rat.
I'm a. And you are more fiery than I am.
100%. I'm just a ball of fire, to be honest, in every aspect of the word.
And I would say I'm more woody.
What do you mean by that?
Just in general. Just. What do you think?
Explain it.
Wood-ish. Bark. Wood. I build things.
I build things. Fuck's sake.
I'm on the crying. Okay, I think we're good.
I got water coming out all of my orifices. That's it. We're done. Thanks for listening. We should probably do another Q&A soon.
Let us know what kind of couples video you guys want to see, because we're going to be doing this for a while.
Yeah, like
The
another
rest
month
of
and a
our
half.
lives.
Oh, couples videos.
Yeah.
I thought you said Carbo's videos.
Couple videos and couples videos.
Yeah. Maybe month and a half. You're like, rest of our lives.
We'll be a couple for a month and a...
No, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and all of our laughs.
I gotta take Hobbs for a walk.
Give
Love
us
you.
sad stuff.
Love you guys.
Bye.